And now the journey reaches a stage where growth alone is no longer enough. Authority becomes the real objective, because at this level, it is not just about being seen, it is about being respected, remembered, and trusted in a way that positions you above the noise, above the constant flow of content that comes and goes. And this shift from visibility to authority is what transforms a creator into a powerful presence that people return to again and again without hesitation. At this point, something subtle begins to change in how your audience interacts with you, because they are no longer just passive viewers scrolling past your content. They begin to recognize your name, your style, your message, and that recognition builds familiarity, and familiarity slowly turns into trust. And trust is the foundation of authority, because people follow many accounts, but they only truly listen to a few. Now imagine your content appearing in someone's feed, and instead of judging it within seconds, they already expect value before even watching it. That expectation is not accidental. It is built through consistent delivery over time, where every post reinforces your credibility, your reliability, and your identity. And once this expectation is established, your content carries more weight, more impact, more influence. This is where clarity becomes essential, because authority cannot exist without a clear message, a clear niche, a clear direction. And when your content starts to revolve around a focused theme, your audience begins to associate you with that specific value, whether it is education, motivation, entertainment, or insight. And this association strengthens your position in their minds. But here is where many creators struggle. They try to expand too quickly, they jump between topics, they lose focus, and in doing so, they weaken their authority, because when your message becomes unclear, your audience becomes uncertain, and uncertainty reduces trust, even if your content quality remains high. So the real strategy becomes focus with depth. Instead of covering everything, you go deeper into your niche, you explore it from different angles, you provide layered value, and this depth creates expertise, and expertise builds authority stronger than surface-level variety ever could. Now let's talk about perception, because authority is not just built through what you say, but how you present it, your tone, your confidence, your clarity. All of these elements influence how people perceive you, and perception shapes reality on social platforms, because people decide quickly who they trust and who they ignore. And confidence here does not mean arrogance. It means clarity in your delivery, certainty in your message, and consistency in your presence. And when your content reflects these qualities, your audience begins to take you more seriously. Now we move into something deeper, value stacking. At this stage, your content should not just deliver one level of value, it should deliver multiple layers, something that captures attention, something that holds interest, something that provides insight, and something that encourages engagement. And when all these layers come together, your content becomes more powerful, more impactful, more memorable. Because people are not just looking for information, they are looking for experiences. And when your content feels like an experience, it stands out. Now imagine combining storytelling with education, combining emotion with insight, combining clarity with curiosity, and this combination creates content that not only performs well, but also leaves a lasting impression. And lasting impressions are what build long-term growth. Now we shift into advanced audience trust. At this level, your audience begins to rely on you, they look forward to your content, they expect consistency, and this expectation creates responsibility, because breaking that consistency can weaken the trust you have built. So your role evolves from creator to leader. You are no longer just posting. You are guiding, influencing, shaping perspectives, and this requires a higher level of awareness, because your content now carries impact beyond just views and likes. Now let's talk about long-term positioning. Because authority is not built overnight, it is built through repetition, through consistency, through staying aligned with your message over time, and this long-term approach is what separates temporary growth from lasting presence. Many creators chase quick success, viral moments, short-term spikes, but those who build authority focus on sustainability, on creating content that remains valuable over time, on building a reputation that continues to grow even when trends change. And this is where patience becomes powerful again, because authority takes time. It requires consistency even when growth feels slow. It requires belief in your process even when results are not immediate. And those who stay committed eventually reach a point where their presence becomes undeniable. Now everything starts to align. Your content, your message, your audience, your positioning, all working together to build something stronger than just growth, something that has depth, stability, and influence. And this is where Instagram stops feeling like a random platform and starts feeling like a controlled environment where your actions create predictable outcomes, where your strategy drives your results, where your consistency builds your authority. But even at this level, the journey is not complete, because in the next part, we will move into influence expansion, how to extend your reach beyond your current audience, how to multiply your impact, and how to build something that grows not just in size, but in power and presence over time.